Good afternoon, or good evening even, Retro Games. Hello Coda Mick, hello Microman. Yes, I've got affiliate. Fantastic news. When I got home from work, I noticed it. Thank you, man. Thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, I've been looking forward to that. I've created a couple of emotes. So lots to still do. I didn't realise, but they're quite stingy with the emotes. I was only able to make 3. Hello, Moz. Oh my goodness me! Thank you, Coda Mick. It's all kicking off tonight. I must admit, I'm feeling pretty buzzing. It felt like it might never happen. Thank you, Coda Mick. That's really nice of you. I really appreciate that. Right, let's get rid of that starting soon sign. We're starting now. Right. I've not done a single bit of work on this code or looked at it. You might be able to see my emotes, Coda Mick. I'm gonna make some new. I'm gonna make some better ones soon. But I made them in the sort of 25 minutes that I've been home from work. Yeah, no pressure. Right. I'm scared about these trees, to be honest. I think that Spectrum was correct in telling us. Well, I don't know actually. At first, I did think that about the high bite being over 255. But actually, I think it's in level 2 player, isn't it? Actually, I've still come back to that same problem, which it checks that it's under 255 right there. Oh, sorry, not there. There. You didn't get round to it, Coda. No, I kind of rushed mine. But the last one I done was the best one. It involved Moz's Spikie character. It's for loyalty, that one though. Like, I was able to make one emote only for each like sub. Of course, I don't expect anyone to do tier 2, or especially not 3. That would be quite a stupid purchase unless you're a millionaire. Going late. Then it's a raid. Has to raid. Oh, on World of Warcraft. Did you get good loot? That's what it's all about, innit? Yes, this is a head scratcher. Because at work I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, oh yeah, Spectrum said it's something to do with it being high bite. But I know for a fact that it gets moved with this, one of them other scripts, because otherwise it wouldn't get drawn, you see. So this must be moving it into the range of below 255. I am very much worried here about not fixing this. Oh, I was going to try doing it IX instead of HL, wasn't I? Guess let's try that. September. I'm not going to complain about that. Legend Coda Mick. Hey, I meant to ask about that actually. There's normally a thing at the bottom, isn't there? Is that how you did that highlight? You should be able to accrue points just by watching. I've got to set up some bonuses for that. It is there. Okay, nice one. I just forgot all about that until then. Alright, so if we try and make this IX, I guess. That's the only difference I can see for how we move the tree. It's automatic. Ah, nice, nice. Oh, it's exciting times. Thank you again for the sub. Got the ball rolling much quicker than I thought. My nephew has Amazon Prime as well. So I've texted him to say, come on, mate, skip in and give me the sub. But he hasn't done it yet. Oh, guys. Oh, God. Wow. Thank you, Moz. This is massive for me, honestly, guys. It's a big boost. I never dreamt it could occur. You know, I didn't ever think I'd get even to affiliate stage, so can't say thank you enough. Let's hope we can get this working and make it all worthwhile, innit? Oh my god. Micro, you're an absolute legend. Thank you, man. All of you lot are definitely going to be the top scorers in the game when we finish this game. We'll have you three at the top. The scores to beat. Hell yeah, thanks for the bits, Moz. Man, Twitch is amazing. Oh god, I need to move that, don't I? It's not on the screen properly. Thank you for the support, honestly. It's massive. But yeah, let's get into the coding now. That was really cool though. God, it's gonna be a dream come true if I just get some like a random like the subs one day. Yeah, it's hard to focus now, it is, to be honest. Basically I'm changing all the HLs but IX. And I don't need to do any of this ink stuff. But I think they are switched around. I seem to remember. Trying out all the new stuff. It's gonna be chaos, innit? Because I was trying to I was trying to put in that sound thing. Like I've watched Jonas, the Tetris player, and he has like sounds that people can, and then it reads out a message. You know. Coding. We're coding for the ZX Spectrum, and we're using the Z80 assembly language. I'm not quite sure the game will compile just yet. It probably will actually if I just run the tape. So in this emulator it looks very buggy. But actually it looks okay this time. Sometimes it's buggy. But yeah, very simple Spectrum game. And then we're going to try and port it to the Commodore and also MSX. We're getting near finish now. The collision worked then as well. But yeah, it doesn't work for these trees. So that's where we're stuck right now. But yeah, nice to have you with us, alive man. I have a feeling I've got them the wrong way round. It probably wouldn't matter on this particular routine. Don't need that anymore. So yeah, I believe to get the high buy I actually do that now. But if it looks goofy then I can just try switching them around. Most you don't even know what they are. Do you not have to pay? Like, did you just put in some money, or does it just take it out of your bank? I hope it doesn't like mess around. Thanks, Moz. Don't go too mad. But you know, I won't stop you. So that's like going to take the high bite, check check it to 0, and if it's not 0, return. That one's all good. Oh, yeah, that's good. Then the X values, that's all done by DE. Here we want lower bite. Oh, it was quite straightforward, really. I can't really imagine this actually fixing it for us, but let's just give it a try. beer fund. Yeah, thank you again, guys. That was a lovely flurry and very much means a lot to me. I think this is ready to give it a try. Thank you for the cheer code, Mick. Oh, you guys. Right, come on, tree. Collide. No, no collision whatsoever. Sometimes you get like a ghost collision, but I'm not even getting that. Yeah, where's Willow come from? I'm starting to think this isn't going to work, but I'll do what I said and do the +1. Whoa, Mick. This is like a dream. I'll be able to check it. It's going to be straight away, like quite a large amount already. Especially if my nephew comes in as well. But I don't think he will. But, whoops. Weird with the numbers there that only happens sometimes. Oh, of course it ain't colliding. I need to put that exactly back how I found it. Where we call this from. I was loading HL still. I make that mistake so often and then sometimes spend hours fixing a non-existent problem. Come on, this could work. Oh. No, see, only one tree. So weird. Could be here a while on this problem, I think. Because in that case, if this doesn't work with them switched around, I'd go back to HL, to be honest. And I know the switching round isn't going to work because it wouldn't have hit that first tree if I had that the wrong way round. No. So it was the right way round a minute ago. I think. But some other problem is coming around. Yeah, sometimes it hit 4 times and no more. I was getting that last night. Yes, I noticed that. Like you were able to scroll the screen down quite a way and hit one of the trees sometimes if you were quick, weren't you? That's a real worry. I really don't know what to even try. I think I'm going to delete that one I just made and go back to, back to this one. Like that one, even Spec Chum checked through it and he was tired, but he said it looked okay. HL. Could it be the position of this call? Could it be somewhere different, maybe? Let's try doing it after. Sometimes little things like that can be all the difference. Just one tree. So it seems, yeah, even if you hit that tree like 4 times, do you see what I mean? Because every frame you're hitting that tree. I wonder why that. What would cause that though? Could it be an interrupt causing it? Does disable interrupt help? Let's just try it, I guess. I'd be shocked if it works. Might try it in Fuse in a minute just to see. Oh, no. Hmm. I'm not sure if it's my mic doing that. Let me just. I'll mute my mic a second. See if you hear that same noise. Yeah, it only does that with spin, I think, as well. Yeah, like the Spectrum emulator, I think it is. It takes over the sound card, or it does some weird noise. I get popping audio. Make sure it's not colliding with the same tree. Yeah, I think it does come from all the emulators, doesn't it? Some slightly louder than others. Make sure it's not colliding with the same tree. I mean, I exit out of the loop when we get a collision, but of course it soon goes and does the loop again. Does it in the background. What, that noise? I mean, my microphone is terrible. I definitely am going to upgrade it. The main reason I haven't upgraded it already is out of laziness, really, of making I want to make sure I get the right one. Just haven't allocated enough time to it yet. Oh, thanks, Coda. It looks the business, this mic I got. I thought it was a good one, but I seem to have to crank it right up, all the gains and stuff. But that's alright, as long as you can all hear okay, that's the main thing. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people telling me to get the Blue Yeti. Maybe I'll try it. I'd love to buy it locally though, so that I can return it if it doesn't sound that much better. Anyway, how am I going to fix this? Yeah, I remember looking at that link. I think it was 120 quid on Amazon. Um, hmm. Okay, buddy. See you in a minute. My brain keeps thinking, oh, it's got to be something to do with this. I mean, that was just to save like computational cycles or whatever you want to call it, because I could just do that, and I think it should still work. Just try it. It's probably going to have no effect. Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. Haha. Oh, did you see that though? What the hell was going on there at the end? I'll try and just run back in and see what happens. Oh, that looks really good. The collision is almost exactly when I expect it to happen. It seemed a bit early then. But yeah, what's going on here? We're getting collision. Look. I wonder why that would be. So there's two problems to think about here. One is, why was that false positive happening? And two is, why was this stopping them from working? Because yes, it says ignore any that are higher than 255. That's what that is intended to do. But the movement code does move them. I mean, in other words, how could they possibly get drawn? Well, I guess I could leave it for now and set up the death animation so that we can at least, when we hit a tree, it will actually die rather than just making a pink border. I had I had the death animation before, didn't I? Well, not a death animation, but a death here. So we already have a state. That's what's the word I was looking for. And we do actually want to behave differently in each level when he dies, quite a lot differently. So it makes sense just to have two different routines again. Pop it at the bottom, why not? So it already decrements cash for you when you die, for us, but then it resets him to the position of the road, the pavement, and sets his state. We don't want that. What we want, what we actually want, it doesn't take any cash off you, which is funny because you can't game over without it getting down to 0 cash. But what actually happens is you have a small chance of losing your ski. Well, I'd say a big chance of losing your skis. You get like 1 in 3 chance of keeping your skis, maybe. So every time you hit a tree, you're basically almost certainly dead. I think it's a little bit different to that in the real Horus game. I think it's a bit lenient with you to start with. But that's how I'm going to do it. Just a 1 in 3 chance of keeping your ski. And if not, you basically go to the road level with no skis. So let's do that bit first. That's easy enough. But the first thing I wanted to do actually was have an intermediate state between dead and where it sets you to back alive. Which basically this is that. But what I wanted to do is set a different animation, a different sprite frame. Where was it? I think it's in the main player. So I created these set state functions and never used them. I just do that in line. Shouldn't have made them really. Oh, it's done in here. I thought I'd done the draw somewhere else. We can. Hey, Kodamic. We sort of fixed it, but it's still broke. But he does collide with every tree now, but he collides with trees that aren't there as well. So, but what I'm going to do is just set up the death animation, just for something different to do. And I'm going to do it similar to how I did Mikey's attack, where if he's in the dead, we'll load the player state first thing we do in the draw loop. Compare it to dead. Jump Z. DP. DP dead. It's just really as simple as just copying another one, copying that.
A few moments later.
Hang on, yeah, copying that one. Uh, I hope I imported it. Oh no, dude, so I didn't import it. Oh, dead ski, there we go. I was going to say, there's no way I'll still have that if I didn't import it. So it's that simple. He's going to now be dead when he is dead, but he's not dead for long enough right now. You're only going to see it very quickly. Maybe wait. Maybe we can wait until we press a key somehow. I've already done that with the waiting one, so I don't know why I'm having a problem thinking how to do that. Ski waiting. Ski dead. So what we need to do is in dead. What's that other thing doing then down here? I thought that was dead. What? God, what am I doing? I'll get rid of that. Well, let's keep that. I've already made it and I didn't realise. Somewhere. Oh, it's above. I don't need the sinks now because this is not going to do anything. And then just like here for waiting, I'll do this. But then we want to call a function that's called like respawn player. Potentially this, but I'm just trying to think. I've got to keep the player on the same. I can't move him on the y-axis because if I do, I've got to take it into account with the player distance travelled and maybe the trees and stuff as well. I'm kind of considering being a bit cruel and just have it kill you. Like, it doesn't cost you anything when you die on the skiing level. It just means you don't get any extra points for finishing the level, and you have to go and buy the skis again. So I think for now I'm going to do that instead. So basically, you hit a tree and you're dead, and that's the end of that level, and you've got to restart level 1. But If you remember, I made level 1 restart, but only the with ski version. Where is it? Probably player level 1, I guess. Yeah. So I need to make this again. No ski. I'm sure there was one. Ah, it's that. So the default starting position again, like you would be at the start of the level. It's basically the exact same as this, except for in this one we're going to do the initialization of the cache and the score back to 0 and stuff like that. That's for when you start the game. Don't think that exists yet. No. Put that up there. Okay. Yeah, all good. Let's start level 1. So you might remember me saying in one of the other videos I should have called this like, or should have made this very clear with the name. It's like begin first play, begin the actual game. And these are like going back into level 1. Didn't I just make that? Oh, level 1, I haven't done that yet. That's actually the final piece of the puzzle, I think. I'll just try it. If I've left something out, we'll soon know about it. So when I hit a tree, I should become dead. And then when I press the button, I should just restart without any skis. No. Oh, hang on. I know the piece of the puzzle I missed. The most obvious bit. Should I make a kill player? Or should I just set this to dead in here? course I don't have a dead one. Cool kill player. Let's do it. Go around their house and kill them CSGO style. My mind's kind of blank now. Like, all the other states have a setter, but I can't be bothered to make it right now, and this one doesn't have it, so. The setters are stupid anyway for this. Look how easy it is just to do it. Right, that. There we go. So, unless I move the player, this is going to get called every frame. I mean, as a real stupid quick fix, I could just check it right here. We only actually want to check it if it's skiing. Have I not got one for skiing? Thought I did. Yeah, I do. There we go. So now we do know that this should only get called once anyway. So we could do a load of stuff in here, like play sound, add the score, etc. You know, we reduce the score, something like that. Let's get rid of this set border stuff. Because I think the dead thing has it. Oh, got an error there. End of life. It's not showing me that. Oh, there we go. Didn't see that underscore was missing. Okay, have a go. Hey, he's looking shocked. That affecting the borders because every frame I'm changing it to yellow, from yellow to red, within, you know, 2 or 3 instructions of each other. Cool sprite, thanks man. He does look funny, doesn't he? Oh, it's meant to take me back to the other level though. That was funny how. I mean, I can tweak. Oh, it didn't collide there. Okay. There's some weird stuff going on with that. All I do is set the state to dead. But here it player state to dead. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Oh, that's why. Sometimes it's nice to have routines in the between, but that's just so obvious anyway. But I could have had a routine called, like, you know, player dies or something. Try and miss them. Oh, of it a non-existent tree. Okay, it's put me back to level 2. That's stupid. I clearly made a small mistake of thinking. Yeah, must be. No. Hmm. Just one thing after another, isn't it? Epitaph. I've never heard of that word. Here lies Mike. I mean, I get kind of what it means, I think. Player state dead. I was watching. Have you ever seen Arcus, the Nintendo gamer? Well, I was watching him quite a while ago, and he's the one who always says that's a good clunk. Like he's like a speed runner. And he says clunk a lot, and he's gonna have on his tombstone that was a good clunk. So that's what he says after he restarts every time. Oh, Coda. It did say. I've just remembered. It said that they have to be reviewed by a manual Twitch part of the Twitch team. They're gonna be accepted. I think I made sure they were pretty good, like not blurry or anything. I wonder if I can drag it in as a preview to you now. No, I tried to just drag a picture into Twitch. Let me let me mess around with Streamlabs for a second. Uh, yeah, there's loads of reasons. They say that they're going to check it's not too blurry. But yeah, there's probably that as well. Like, make sure they're not just a big flipping penis or something. I've kind of nicked a load, but then I used your look. I've used your Mikey. I thought that was a pretty cool one. But I've used this one. Like I said, I made them in a right rush when I got home from work. These ones I just robbed off other things, of course. But I can change them. They're not set in stone. Yeah, thanks, Micro. Mine are Willie's my wife. Yeah, it's even called Willie wife. That emote. But unfortunately, I could only get one. I made a few, and then I realised I could only put. You only get one emote at the moment until I've earned some more subscribers. Yeah, but I'll grow it. I'll keep it going, and I'll make better ones when I have some good spare time. But you only get a small amount of pixels to work in. It's quite fun. It's quite a fun little thing, actually. Do you know? I bet there's a job there if you can get into making 112 by 112 pixel icons. Rotate it. 3 subs already, yeah, man. Honestly, I think I have to get to 12, and I think I can talk my nephew into doing one. So I could even. You never know. Potentially this month. You never know. Change every week. Yeah, why not? I think eventually I'll be able to put a lot more in. I think it just waits. It makes you wait a while. Yeah, can't wait for that. Because that was one of the most. That's what got me in. I really wanted it on Twitch to be able to put my own emotes. And when I signed up, I thought I'd be able to do it that day, but I couldn't. I thought because I naively thought it would help me grow a channel, like if you have funny emotes. Now I realise how it works. You've got to actually already be popular before you can use them. So Yeah, why was it not going to that level then? Ah, I know what's happening. Maybe.
Wow.
Wow. That definitely says level 1.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
I love him. That's it. That's the sad side of it, though. I've got to spend like a few hours of a day. It's boring to go through and add loads of sounds and stuff, but it's one of the things I never get around to doing. This is pretty weird. That it's pretty weird that it goes to the wrong level, isn't it? Possibly I'm supposed to jump there. I think. Because right now I'm just ignoring the fact that the collision isn't quite working on the trees. Just going to pretend that isn't happening right now. What the hell? Still puts you back here. Oh, do you see how it goes there? I saw it there in the road for a second. So what's happening is the victory condition on level 1 was not was still being satisfied for whatever reason. I think I might be in player level 1. Mm. Did I call it victory? I can't even remember. Oh, level 1 complete. There it is. Might just put victory up here just in case I search like that again next time. So if he has the skis. Oh, has ski just needs to be set to false again. Should work now. Oh yeah, I will in a second, mate. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise about that. Good shout. Hey, pretty much working now. I think I was holding S for a little bit too long and it moved me down even when I was dead or something. I don't know. I'm there trying to drag it on the stream. Yeah, we don't need to see any of that really, do you? Okay, so we have a death animation. Should I make... I just want to check the size of the tape now. It's still only 22.8 kilobytes. It doesn't seem to have gone up a lot in the last few days worth of coding, so we haven't added much. Like, by adding all them trees and everything, it's only gone up less than 1 kilobyte, I think, for the entirety of level 2 actually, including that death sprite. But maybe I can make another one for when they're on the road. It's completely splattered on the road like a pizza. Okay, yeah, it works. So the only reason I was down there to start with is because you have to press S to start, which also moves you down. And I pressed it too long like a noob. So it's, yeah, it's still hitting them flags. What's going on there? We're supposed to go through the flags, not... Didn't think they killed us. Squished hedgehog. Turning blue just when he dies. Rip Sonic the Hedgehog out of the Mega Drive and post him in there. This collision's way wrong though. At level 1, we're done. That was with spin, yes. But I don't know what to do with the debugger. Like I kind of get the basic how to use it now, but I don't know what to look for. Like these positions didn't seem to tally up to anything like what I was expecting. Yeah, it was spin. It was spin. And for sure, 100%. When I was hoping to have got past this and nearly finished this game by now, and then I was going to look at your files for the DZOG and get a project started with that all linked up. But I know I repeat myself a lot, but I really don't think it's worth doing it on this project. Even with this problem here, I still don't know what I would do with DZOG to fix that. I'd still be stuck. But yeah, it's too much now. And we're so nearly finished. Like the game doesn't need that much more added to it, really. If someone could come along and write this code to make the tree collision work, I could then do the same thing for the flags, but obviously not kill them, just give them points when they go through the flags. And then it's basically done. It's just a case of adding some polish, sounds and things like that. Okay, thank you, man. So the DE, do you mean? No. Because that's the X locations. I'm just rolling a little smoke. Yeah, I'm sure after when you put enough hours into it, Micro, now you've got it actually up and running, and then give it a few more hours and you'll be like a pro on it almost. I must admit, I don't see the value of it quite as much in these Spikie games. Just like the girl. Old code, okay. Probably, I mean, we've been looping through a load of different little versions on this, if you know what I mean. So it's probably just a couple of tries ago. Maybe I should simplify the code, get rid of these like width, and just make it so the player has to be dead on with the tree. I remember that causing me a problem on one of the other times. Above. Yeah, here, I knew what you were talking about. But if I don't use that, how the hell do I... It'll stay in the loop forever, won't it? That's what I'm worried about with that. Well, just try that. You, of course, probably mean that. But the thing is, yeah, it's very true. If we can identify the problem. This would be fine if it was working. But when you get to the very bottom of the screen, it would break. Because there would be no trees above that to make it exit out. And also that for some reason that may not work anyway. So. But I'll try it, yeah. Let's see how if this allows us. What I'm looking for is trying to collide with them trees halfway down the hill. You know, they're the ones that seem to cause us a problem. Which is just trippy. It's very strange. Oh, instant collision there. You know why it does instant collision? It's because it can't get out of the loop. And eventually it just finds the right little cocktail and gets through to here, doesn't it? When it just keeps stepping through the big values. Well, you know what I could do, don't you? I could use B as an iterator. That's all I have to do, isn't it? Do you know what? That's what I did on move trees, wasn't it? This was just one move tree. Oh no, it's not actually. At one point I did use B as an iterator, and then I just put the number of trees. So DJ and Z return. So that would completely eliminate the need for that. And in fact, we wouldn't even need that anymore. So I'll just use this instead. The only purpose of that now is just optimizing it so it doesn't go through looping checking screens that are below the screen. So I'll leave it uncommented for now. So just load it with B. Can never find it. I should have just used that feature to skip there, shouldn't I? I don't think that was helping us, but maybe I should have kept it in there. Does any of that use B? Yes. Push B here. Oh, sorry, I just missed your messages. It might be Moz, but do remember that 255 was only for the X, and actually none of them move on the X. You know, I never moved them. So the X's are only actually like between like 4 and 16 or something like that. But you quite possibly are correct, and I'm just completely forgetting something. All I'm worried about here is pushing BC. But if I jump now, so I think I've got to push BC and pop it like several times. Wait, thanks, Moz. What the hell, man? You're a legend. um, is there a better way of doing this, or can I? Do I have to do it like that every time? Because I do not want to lose what's in B. I only really need that in there when I get to there. Okay, I think I do need to. Because if I push BC down here, comes it out. 2 at once skills. If it's 0, you can just jump right away, because that just means you don't want to check this tree for collision. As long as they're both 0, they're both the bytes. If I put push BC down here, that means I wouldn't need that one, right? But let's say it gets to here. I guess I just have to push BC here as well. Yeah, and it's pop anyway, not push. So potentially confusing, but I think that will work. Problem you found if it was not equal to 0 too soon. Okay, And of course you're talking about the HL, like where the Y values are, yeah. They shouldn't go, they should be going down in value every frame. So eventually all them high numbers tick down until they reach a number that's below 255. Well, actually they don't get drawn until 172. This might work. I'm just trying to make sure I push and pop it at the correct times. HL, yes, okay. Let's give this a try. I've now removed that 255 thing. It compiled, but that doesn't mean anything really here. Okay. That seemed pretty neat though. I think I removed one of them offsets. Oh no, I didn't. I was going to say that might have been why it was like that. Same problem there. Whoa, it crashed that time. It's obviously something to do with these push pop things. I'll try. I think this is playing it safe. But hopefully it'll work. I did get rid of that disable interrupt as well. I think I need to put that back in just to make sure. The Y seems to be the same as the tree. That's good. That's what it's meant to be. That's good if that's the case. I'll have a look in myself in a sec. I just want to try this. Because you can get bogged down with that debugging as we saw last night. I think it would have been quicker when we reverted back to just hacking away with things and it got the result quicker. Let me just see if I've at least stopped it crashing now. And then if not, I'll get the debugger going. I didn't mean if not. I mean straight after that I'll get the debugger going. Right, so stop that happening. Well, hey. So all I've actually done so far here is, if this works, is change that to be an iterator. Now it's still hitting there. I don't understand. It shouldn't have anything to do with the flags, this. Trees, 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 trees. I just wonder, it's probably nothing to do with the flags whatsoever. I could probably remove the flags. Okay, my great. Yeah, it was off. Because of my eyes. Don't forget, there's a 2-cell buffer to the left that you don't see. So so if you want something to appear at the very top left corner, you have to put it at 2, 0. Because I didn't make it for the top and bottom, just the left and right. I'm gonna make the top and bottom as well, but that's gonna take some changes to the double buffering code. At the moment, I'm happy with it just having the X sides. So I eliminated the problem of it crashing. but it's still got that phantom. I'm gonna try and make it all. I'm gonna try and make it all the way down the hill to some other flags. I know this is a stupid way of doing it, but it's actually pretty quick if I can do it. Just maneuver past them first flags and hit the others. Look at that! What the hell? Draw flags. I'm gonna comment out all the flag stuff. The Y does seem right. That's interesting. I mean, we've seen him hit the tree at the right time. That's why I think it is right. But something's obviously wrong. I'm still hitting it, see, it's got nothing to do with the flags. It was a complete coincidence, I think. What the hell could be causing that? Because I'm pretty sure the collision check on the flags is not... Well, there is no collision check on the flags, yeah. I haven't done any of that. But just to confirm that. I mean, we're calling player move flags in here. But I commented out that whole function. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe the X is just funny then. Maybe something I've done like a reverse on the X. So the check is boxed up somehow. Let's have a look. Try and uncomment all that stuff. Get the flags back. I'm pretty convinced it's got nothing to do with the flags now. I've got a weird feeling I've just done the reverse on one of the X ones. I remember doing that with the desks on the Mikey game, if you remember. It was like it had a big long desk. I was hoping that was going to say like 16. We're going to get there, man. Trust me. Trust me. So player X. This is the actual bit, isn't it? The left shoulder. The left side of the player. Is A smaller than B? A is meant to be the right side of the tree. So that would be perfect, the logic there, really, in my mind. But I'm going to try take that out. And why not take that out as well? Let's just try it. I might flip back to fused for a little while. and just see if it performs any different. I got excited then because I thought it's letting me pass the flags. Oh, hit one. Hang on, this could be good because I did just make it exact, so we need to have some sort of buffer. Yeah, that did look like it might work. Might have been working. Then again, why was there no flags? I thought I'd put them back. I have to check that. Still done it. Yeah, I do remember having this exact problem with lots of different collision I've done. The desks, even the door. It's like there's something up there. I think if I remember right, I to fix the desks, I scaled it back where it had to be exactly in the right pixel, didn't I? To hit. And I went from there. So I said basically player X had to be equal to. Let's try that then, I guess. So now the comments are a bit out of the window, but oh well. Oh, same thing. This could have had something to do with it. I wasn't even looking at that a minute ago. It's hard to get there to the exact same pixel. I got it happened. I better find out where them flags ain't drawing in a sec as well. Oh, it's really hard to hit that thing at the start. No, I was on target to hit it. Oh. This is tricky, isn't it? I'll go all the way back. Oh my god. Oh, that's just move trees. I mean, if you were that way inclined, you could just get to the bottom of the level and just get unlimited score just by scooting about, I think. Oh, although you have to be facing down to score. Maybe I've combated that. Damn, I thought that was going to be wrong then, but it's right, isn't it? Hmm. Four. To be honest, I've read these dozens and dozens and dozens of times. They always look right to me. And I always forget what the solution was. Alright, let me zero back in. Alright. Probably not the greatest reflexes, yeah. I noticed mine. I used to be quite good at gaming, but I always accidentally double tap the buttons, press the wrong button, stuff like that now. I never used to. It's a new phenomenon for me. I'm looking at that screen where I'm colliding. That's a bit small on my stream, isn't it? But I'm assuming that's the tree it's hitting, of course, which it is, it must be. This is not fuse, it's spin. I can change it. I can change the screen size, but The only reason it was small on the stream, that's actually quite good like that. Oh yeah, they're insane. Oh mate, Counter-Strike is the one, like, everyone thinks everyone else is cheating. Kids are fast. I was so good at Nintendo games when I was a kid. I went back and played them now, and I'm just blaming like the controller for everything. Still tilt going on corner. You could beat them in a real fight. That's the main thing, and it was. Yeah, they'd probably send the most stupid stuff there, thinking they're like it's clever. Oh, thought I fixed it then. Look at that. I finally hit one. Do you know what? Perhaps I have. X must be broken as well, though, for that earlier problem to have occurred. Okay. That was another thought I had. If I hadn't got stuck on this so long, I was going to do like a depth buffer somehow. I was going to think about that. Modern days are bloody weird. I don't even think about it now, if I'm honest. Like I'm quite antisocial now. I used to be very social, but now every time I talk to people that I hardly know, I find them really irritating. Like they start going on about. They just sound like Twitter to me. They're like a walk-in version of Twitter. Most people. A walk-in echo chamber. No offense to you, actually, Mike Command, but I remember looking at YouTube with Canadians, and there'd be all these people like protesting about gender equality and all this. And I used to think, as a Brit, I used to think, God, I hope that doesn't get like that here. But now it is, you know. They're not they're not on about gender equality around here, but they're just on about every little topic to complain about all the time. Cool, this is a tough problem. Have I like? Is this right? Sheeple. That's it. That's the greatest word. Sheeple. I've got to remember that one. That's a brilliant word. Sums them up. They're like, you know, I mean, I'm live on air. I've got to be careful what I say, but they're like a cancer on the earth. They really are. And I'm not talking about any particular gender or anything like that. There, I'm just talking about these sort of militant, yeah, these militant sheeple. I'd love to get this fixed. This is a big teaser. Because when you spend so long, you think in the end, should I just delete it and start, delete this? But I'll end up writing something almost identical to it. So. Oh, I know something I messed up from earlier. Maybe that interrupt thing. It's probably not the best idea, but I think that stops the registers getting changed. Exactly. Where's the flying cars, the skateboards? Where's Marty McFly? Where's the Terminator? Where's spaceships? I mean, I would love it. Why didn't they go to space more? It's a shame. They used to do manned space flights. What an epic era to live that must have been. Oh no, no! I can't even steer. And then it hits that one. It's very bizarre. They should have those, shouldn't they, Marco? They could probably make them. They've already made. Because I used to work in a factory years and years ago, before fibre optic internet was around. This company was making the wire for the fibre optic under the ocean stuff. Yeah. So they've got already wiring sort of guttering going all the way across the world. Maybe it wouldn't be that hard to put like a small train track there. They probably already got it at our expense, They just don't let us access it. No way. Yeah, the company I worked for, it was a really good job actually. I should have stuck at it, but I was quite young. I thought I could get a better job and I just quit. But because I was only about 20, I think, at the time. It was called Nortel. They've sold up or gone out of business or whatever by now, but before they were a massive company around here. Self-sealing. We were like splicing bits of fiber optic cable, but no one really even knew what a fiber optic cable was back then. fastest sealing stuff. Cool. Imagine inventing that stuff. Jeez, be loaded. Yeah, fiber optic. Oh yeah, it's very. I mean, weirdly enough, I saw it. You must have seen them old ornaments people had in their house in like the 90s. So I'd seen it there before when I got the job in Nortel, but I didn't know it was used for internet or anything. I just used to make them by the thousands every day. Basically, it was just like a bit of metal, and you had to put one fiber optic cable into it. But it was done under a microscope. It was that small, you know, the whole thing. Oh, I'm very worried about this. Tech pace. Oh, the pace of technology. Yeah, blimey, yeah. I love it. I do. Especially computers. I'm kind of guessing it must be something to do with this. But DE, trees X. Why don't you work? I used to love that show Tomorrow as well when I was very young. Did you ever see the one with the wearable tech? Like a tie that was a computer linked to your glasses. Did you ever see that one? I ran over the CD of a car. Yeah. It was some woman. I can't remember her name. Um, was it Diamond? Something Diamond? I know that Neil Diamond was around. I might be getting confused, but it was a woman who done it. She had short hair. There was two hosts, I think. It was BBC, yeah. I mean, there might have been more than one host. The one I remember was when I was very young, and it was like a woman hosting. I'm sure that would have come to Canada. It was one of the big shows, I think. Like, it was only on rarely. It wasn't like on every week, I don't think. When you're young, though, 1 month feels like such a long time, doesn't it? Through the Canada Broadcast Company. Yeah, because they probably show you all the decent ones. Nowadays, it's pretty rubbishy, I think, the BBC, most of it. I mean, most channels are, aren't they? Oh, this is a really tough problem to diagnose, isn't it? The thing is, we know them other values are working. because they're drawing the trees in the right place, you know. So I wonder if I have to check collision when I draw it or something. That could be worth exploring. Like not exactly when I draw it, but when I decide which ones are being drawn. Yeah, true. Yeah, them shows were great. Yeah, I'm not sure whether channels are just more blatantly biased now or whether we just see it easier. I'm not sure. Maybe a bit of both. Really grinds your gears when the channel's biased. Quite honestly, I don't believe anything anymore. I don't even believe they count the votes. I'm just one of them people. But I don't really care anymore. I've just given up caring. If I had money, I would probably care. Though. I'd be like, you're not having my bloody money. Boris Johnson spending it on his girlfriend. The little orange man. What do they call him in England? I've seen it. They call him Baby or something, don't they? Baby Trump. Something funnier than Baby, but they've got the like orange baby thing. There's an election for that in there, but soon. Bet he gets in again. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. So draw trees here. November, right, yeah. Soon come around. I think I'm a socialist as well, Moz. Although I'm not one for labels. I would like a system that is a blend of a few different systems. But I think if I had to label myself, I would say socialist as well. Like, I definitely think that the poor, and when I say poor people, I mean anyone who's got anyone in their family who's struggling that they can't afford to help out or can't afford to buy a house, whatever. I don't know why people just don't go and take all the money off the rich. I really don't. And I'm not talking about the rich guy who lives and he's got 2 Mercs or something. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about people like Boris and above him. But then you look at Russia, right? I can't remember anyone but Putin. I can remember Borisov or whatever he's called. Gorbachev. She become the USA. Yeah. We've just got people versus lords instead. Best is just to try and not worry about it, innit, I guess. Yeah. Personally, I don't even vote. I can't be bothered. But it's a worry. This. The next thing I'm going to try is because look it's not flags anyway, is it? It's trees. I draw the trees here, and that's only the trees that are on the screen. And how do I establish that? Well, it's looping through every tree actually, isn't it? And then when it calls the draw, it does all that clever stuff to see if it's on the screen. Cheers, Moz. Thanks very much, man. Alright, mate, you're more than generous. Supremely generous. Yeah, I completely agree with everything you said though there. If I could do anything to change it, I definitely would. But they're clever enough to keep you down, aren't they? Somehow. This is a tough one though. I don't really want to link my collision check into the draw routine. Don't think that sounds logical. The difference here is I've put the trees into IX, the tree Y, and then instantly put it into H and L from a pointer, like, so it's actually got the data there. So here I'm just dealing with the actual registers. That's the only difference I can see. I don't necessarily know if I go through the hassle of converting this to be the same, which would be a lot of hassle, and I fear that it would have the same, it would just end up the same. And what's really concerning me is it was hitting them trees. Do you remember when we didn't have it saying kill player? It was saying turn the border pink. And you could see it clearly as we went through them trees. It was working. Kill player. Do you know what? Let's just do a... Sorry, put that one at the bottom. Comment that out. Do a load of halts. So every time we get a collision now, instead of actually killing us, we just stop for a second. Because it seems to me, what I'm getting at there is, seems to me that, I think you know what these bits are doing, right? And it seems that they are working, because you can even go through the gaps in the tree. Let's put these back in as well. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, it looks bang on to me. But as I say, what I'm trying to get at is, it goes pink and then it goes, as you go through the trees, it looks to be working bang on. But then there's these sort of phantom trees. Should come back. I think it got stuck because it was still colliding, and it was probably going to end up okay, but just take too long. I think. I thought I'd be able to get out of this. But like I say, you can clearly see that that does. I wonder why that's setting me to dead then. So I just cleared that. But I'm hitting the tree in the right time, is what I'm trying to say. So that first tree does seem okay. It's weird that it stops me playing now. Contents of HL rolling over. Okay. Yeah, very true. Okay, let's investigate that in a sec. Because it's very true that we were only dealing with 8-bit on Spikie. Oh god. Oh, I've stopped it doing anything. Ain't that weird? I mean, obviously I didn't want to see a collision there. It's only going to flicker really quickly. That one halt statement there was enough to make it never be able to get out of the loop. Just wonder if that's a clue. Is it just to do with the positioning of all the different calls throughout the program? Still shouldn't cause a crash there though. Still love it. Yeah, definitely, man. There's not many better things to do. Especially with a beer. I gave up beer for health reasons, but I then drank so much fruit juice that it's not actually that much better. Not that much better for you, really. It's very, very difficult to like even think of how to. Right, I'll try and give some attention to your theory. HL rolling over. So HL is pointing at the first tree. Goes all the way through the trees. That's funny. Yeah, I'm 38 and I have got a belly. It's not too bad though, but I keep saying that to myself. It keeps getting a bit bigger. It is refreshing, the good cold beer. Right. I had an idea. Oh yeah, HL rolling over. Let's investigate. So it goes all the way through them. Perhaps that's what's happening. It's going through them and getting. Oh, I'm doing the B though, aren't I? So no, I don't think that idea that I was just having is right. Got your tool shed. Tank body. My friend Leon, he's he's quite a big guy. He looks really fat, but he's strong as hell. I swear a car could hit him, and he'd just stand there. Spectrum. Where are you? We need that spectrum sign that you put into the air that we talked about. Body part. For some reason, I've started calling people tools now. I don't know where I got that from. But if someone's acting like an idiot, I call them a tool now. I've got a slight idea. A very crappy idea. But let's try it. And it's got something to do with that HL thing. But it's very easy to try, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to get rid of them, like faithfully thinking that they're not doing anything. Cut that. Where was the drawing of the trees going on? I was looking at another level a minute ago. Damn. It's all done in here, isn't it? I mean, that's essentially the same as what I've just had, except for putting it right at the bottom of that loop that I had it took it out of. So I doubt it's going to do anything. I've been surprised before, just moving something has made it work. Oh look, it flickered. And then none of them flags did. Do you know what? We had a tree. Do you remember a tree we used to spawn there? And I said, oh, there's a mystery tree. Although there was a collision at the end there as well. So it must be something like what Moz is saying, where the values just. But why wouldn't it be what I expected it to be? Cock jockey. What it is, I'll try and explain that micro. Obviously, I've only just learnt it myself, so this isn't an accurate description, super duper accurate. But the reason H and L is looked at as 8-bit is because I'm using a pointer, so I'm only getting one byte of it at a time into A. It's a flipping annoying thing. There's no like true 16-bit registers, and I guess that's why it's called an 8-bit processor, because the accumulator can only handle 8-bit. That's what I guess. You have the trees. 16-bit for Y. 16-bit for Y value. I'll show you. So the X's are bytes, but they're words. That's why it's times 2. Yeah, it's bloody confusing. But in the collision, we're only checking the trees that are on the screen. That is why, actually, isn't it? Let's go back there a sec. I got rid of that code that I had earlier here. That is why. So I could either keep that and make it work, even though to me it already looks like it should work. If not, these ones here have to check that it's not 0. That it is 0, sorry. It's better to do it up here, like I was doing. Because if it is not 0, in the higher byte, it's too far off the screen. So just go to the next. It shouldn't be returned, should it? Yeah, it should be returned. Should be returned. Because that's the end of the loop. There's never another tree that's going to be lower value than the next one, than the one before it. So that was definitely the reason for the unexpected behaviour there. Because it was grabbing ones from higher up in the... Well, it's confusing because I keep saying higher up, but that means lower on the ski slope. And it was just checking their lower byte. It wasn't caring what the upper byte was. So we have cracked that. That is definitely what was causing that, I would say. 99% sure. But why? If I remember right, it just didn't work with these. The halt's in there. I find that weird with them numbers not showing up as well. But right, so it didn't crash to that. Ah, it crashed then. Because all I've got is one halt. Yeah, that worked. That worked. 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 The only thing now that we're going to have a problem with, if I recall, is the bottom. There seems to be... Oh, hello. I think we cracked it. Didn't we have this like this already? Like when we started? Yeah, it seemed perfect, didn't it? I'm going to put it back to actually kill the player. And I'll try and complete the ski slope. I swear, this is no different to what I had when I started. The only difference is... it's there now. But that weirdly could make all the difference if H and L was getting messed up somehow. Or even D and E. Ah. It's a really hard game. Okay. Excellent. Let's just try and crash now then. Oh, into one down there. Oh, that didn't work. And note, look, it's already pink, the background, the border. Oh, what happened there then? That could have been something to do with the level transition, I guess, when I collided with the other thing. Is it slow on yours? Did you slow him down? I mean, if you look at the X movement, it's so goofy how I made it, but it's kind of funny. Like, his diagonal movement is faster than his completely sideways movement. It feels like it's almost there, it does, Moz. I'm going to try and hit the tree now. Right, I can definitely hit that tree. Let's try a second time. Look, we've got a red border now. So I've got to fix all this border crap. Okay, hit that tree again. Okay. I'll try and hit one lower down. Cool. So it seems maybe it's just when I win the level and go back in, it seemed to not work. I'll try go further down. Ah. No, can't hit any of them. It's so strange. I think I'll try and move this back into where it was, this here, because I don't like it just being there. The skiing. I can't remember if it's better to check right before we move or right after. I think right after, actually. Let's do that for now. Can't imagine that this would work. I mean, yeah, that one seems to work alright. And these ones down here, if I can hit these, they're way over 1 byte. It worked, I was just holding S. They're way over 1 byte, definitely. They're like something like 400 position. Well, we can look up what they are. Yeah, something like 400, like I said. No probs, Micro. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for all the bits and everything else. It honestly means a lot to me. Thank you very much. No, I won't run it. Yeah, good night, Micro. I'm not going to be much longer, I don't think. I've hit a brick wall with this now. It seems goddamn close now. Why would the higher up, like the further down trees cause it? Because don't forget, they're all getting ticked down. Like, all them values. And you know they're working because they appear on the screen just right at the right time to be drawn. Hmm. I wonder, I could completely simplify it if I wanted to and make like boxes on the screen. Like, I could just come up with boxes and say if the player's Y position is such and such. Ah, but we can't do that. Well, we could. We could use the player distance. Trying to think here. I mean, that's a complete rework. No, I don't like that idea. The main reason I don't like that idea is because you'd end up with boxes that are bigger than the tree. Fair enough, yeah. I think I'd be the same, Moz. I'd be the same. It feels like we're almost there with this. It really does. I mean, that one loop through the level a minute ago was fine, wasn't it? It seemed to hit every tree. Where was it? Oh my goodness. That's okay. Yeah, 100%. Same with phone numbers. And everything though, it's the same with I do deliveries for a job, don't I? And I can never remember when I just look at the road name. As soon as I get there, I remember it. Or even if I look at it on the sat nav or whatever, I remember it straight away. But I'm at a massive loss. I'm praying for Spectrum to come in the next few days, save the day. I might, if I could, I'll tidy this up and have a go again tomorrow. And if I fail again, I'll try and put a nice question up on the forum about it. But the problem with this is it's such deep into the game that I'd have to describe so much of how it's all working. I mean, I guess I could post this and the level class and the trees class or script or whatever you want to call it, and a really kind soul might be able to, who knows his stuff, would probably be able to look at it and fix it. But It's so weird. I'm going to look again at the movement of the trees where we actually reduce. It's this SBC. Does that actually... Is that the problem? It cannot be the problem. Because, like I keep saying, the draw tree wouldn't be able to draw the tree in the right place if it wasn't already working. I've got one really stupid idea that if I really, really, really get stuck, I'm going to do. I'll put... Oh, that's even worse though, yeah. No, I wouldn't even be able to do that, no. I was going to say I'll put like an ID of each tree. But I'd have to have it in both. And that would mean writing this out again. Oh, it's a horrible solution, that. No, it's got to be better. Yeah, thanks, Moz. That was amazing, honestly. I did not expect that. That was awesome. I was just happy to get home and see that I'd finally... Because when I checked last night, I had to get 3 viewers average, and I had 2.99. I was like, oh. And then I got home and it nudged up to 3. And then you guys just showered. It was awesome. Thank you, man. Well deserved. Cheers, man. Spectrum really did accelerate it, didn't he? He really did. I mean, if only that Mikey game was coming along awesome, wasn't it? You know, if only we didn't run out of space. But the compression there, whew, that was too much for my head because I was already at maximum capacity getting the game working. You know what I mean? With compression added to that, would have been too much. Yeah, what it is you have to get at least 50 followers, and then a couple of other things as well that are easy. Like he certainly is a clever chap, but yeah, you have to get 50 followers and 3.0 average viewers for a month. Basically, that's the long and short of it. There's also some other ones, but they're easy while you're doing that. You just pick them other ones up. The next step is mega, like miles away. You know, I'd have to explode in popularity to get to that. But this is great, you know, because I only intended it as a bit of fun. Really, I knew I wasn't going to be paying my rent with it or anything. You know, I'm not going to have to not going to be able to quit my day job, but it's cool. I just do it after work. It's nice and chilled. You seem to enjoy it. There's going to be more, you know, when I get more graphics on the game, more people seem to show up then. But I think this is done. I'm going to pray that Spectrum's around tomorrow. And just he'll be able to. I know that he did take a look at this though, and he said it looked okay. So you know he's looked and tried to see the problem already. But... Oh, I did remove that disable interrupt thing, didn't I? Come on, please work. That would be amazing. Paul, hello. Okay. Okay. Ah, it's that one there that seems to be. I've never been able to hit. Yeah, we need the spectrum signal. It looked almost good, didn't it? There. I know there's a bit of delay on chat by the looks of it. I think the longer my stream goes on, the longer the delay gets. I've got a bit of a problem with it. But yeah, it seems to work all the way up until that second lonesome tree. There's 2 lonesome trees. This one you can hit. Oh no, you can't. It's very odd. Yeah, bugger. No progress at all tonight, I'm afraid. Just a few trial and errors that didn't work, but that's about all we can say. See, in a way, I'm wishing now, and another option, a big rework, would be to move the player instead of the trees and the flags and everything. And now I understand how to use the 16-bit numbers a little bit better. I could probably achieve that. And you just move the camera by an offset. Yes, Miles, it was an excellent. I couldn't have enjoyed it more. Obviously, I worry when it's been hours and I can't fix it, but we'll get it in the end. And I'll probably have a little crack at it tomorrow and try and sort it as well. But I'd hate to have to do the whole rework of the level, but I might end up doing that if I can't fix it soon. Move the player down that whole time instead of but that would involve creating a camera basically. Shouldn't be too hard though. Just like a I love it. I don't even know who does that sax, but it's good. I need more sax on the stream. It is part of the joy of it, especially when it gets working afterwards. But I must admit, I expected to be able to get this working quicker with the collision of the trees. I really did. But yeah, it will be. When we, like, literally a few more days or weeks and this will be finished. And then that'll be really good. Not sure what to do. Not sure what to try on this. But yeah. Praying for Spectrum. I'll send him a message on Discord. Yeah, good night, Moz. Thanks very much for watching and for subscribing. I couldn't thank enough, honestly. I'll be here tomorrow streaming again. Praying for Spectrum, basically. I need his help, man. I'm gonna create in fact, I'm gonna create a signal for the emotes. He's gonna have his own emote. He's got a picture of Zippy on the Discord. It is. It's so close. It's a shame, innit? An expert eye could go over this tonight. Yeah, good night, Moz. I'll be here tomorrow, man. We'll have another chat. Nice to have you around, man. Thanks again. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.